Alright, so quick update as to what's happening with the Triglavian invasion. The pro-Triglavian forces have managed to achieve the First Liminality! I know, super exciting, we finally got the escalation. So let me give a quick rundown as to what has happened so far since my last video. Previously, the pro-Triglavian forces have captured 2 systems for the Triglav collective, but nothing has happened about it. Today though, finally, the Triglavian invasion happened in a blue star system. Raravas, that's where all the action is at right now. With the concerted effort by the Triglavian Initiative and their allies, the Discord link is in the description down below, the Capsuleers, or I should say Kybernauts, have applied tremendous pressure on the system to help the Triglavian invasion advance. As the invasion progress bar ticked towards the Triglavian favor, a new site appeared called the Stellar Fleet Deployment. That was a Triglavian gate with a backdrop of the nice blue sun right behind it. It was awesome to see. This gate can be activated, but it has very strict restrictions. Just a cheap T1 cruiser was favored in this case, and the whole fleet is meant to protect the site from the retaliating Edencon forces. This is the site where you find the First Liminality locus structure. Still unsure whether we're supposed to interact with it, but there's another curious little ship in this particular site. It is the industrial Triglavian ship called the Dash Koliada. It's a very cool looking ship, very funky, I rather like the hull design. And funny enough, as I was looking at the description of this ship, that is exactly when the First Liminality was achieved. I'm not going to read through the whole passage of the information about the ship, you can pause this video and actually catch up on the lore if you'd like. But the First Liminality is a major milestone for the pro-Triglavian forces right now. It is the first Liminality. There was a bit of a delay in how the effects were applied though. It's a pretty negligible delay though, and you could see all the effects in about 2 to 3 minutes after the Liminality was achieved. Most importantly though, the system, Raravas, was originally a 0.6 system. So that was high sec, but as soon as the First Liminality was achieved, Concord dropped the rating by 0.3, effectively creating a low sec system in the middle of high sec. That's not something that's immediately visible though, because the rating still says 0.6. But right next to it is a little icon that says now it is 0.3. And when traveling into this system, the gate information still says that the system is a 0.6 system, although it does show that the Triglavian invasion is ongoing within that system, and once you activate the gate, that's when the Concord notifies you that the security status has been lowered. As exciting as this is, and it is actually extremely exciting, at least to me personally, to mess with the high-sec systems and making them low-sec. Like I said in the previous video, it seems that if you're supporting Triglavians as a Capsuleer, or Kybernaut if you prefer, that's the new term I believe, it actually is a much more uphill battle. See, with supporting the Edencon forces, all you're doing is that you're maintaining the security status of the system within high-sec. You got the support of Concord to make sure that PvP is still maintained at a high-sec level. But by supporting Triglavians, essentially you are inviting PvP into the system. Not just from the opposing pro-Edencon Capsuleers, but any sort of pirate or another opportunistic Capsuleers that want to come in and mess up your fleet. Maybe not the fleet specifically, because typically we do have a very large fleet running, but getting ships into the system now becomes a problem because the gates are camped. That's actually kind of the ongoing issue right now with running these sites. And because the sites are upgraded and they're way tougher. In addition to the regular Edencon forward posts, we now have the Edencon staging, and we have the observatory flashpoint. Now that's a very interesting site to run actually. I haven't done these previously, but from what I've heard, it's very similar to the Chapter 2 endgame invasion site. Basically, you have to fight a dreadnought in one of these sites. I have recorded the footage of running the site from start to finish. I'm not sure whether I'm going to upload it yet. Please let me know if you are interested in that in the comments, and I'll see if I can post either the sped up version or just, from beginning to the end, the whole thing. In these observatory flashpoints, you actually have 2 different gates. One regular, kind of with one we used to for the Edencon side, and one Triglavian gate. There are both Edencon retaliatory forces and the Triglavians, and each of them are attacking the opposing side's gates. You get to pick a side, which one you want to attack, and then once you get rid of all of the enemy forces on grid, the opponent's gates get destroyed. That's the point where the side becomes either pro-Triglavian or pro-Edencon. Siding with the Triglavians, you warp in, you start destroying all the opposing forces, and then the Dreadnought warps in, at which point in time you do have to destroy it before it goes into the siege mode. After that, you destroy the observatory, and the liminal Mitra for the Triglavians now can do its stuff, whatever it is it's doing right now. That's a very cool looking ship though, look at that, that looks so awesome. So that's the progress so far on the pro-Triglavian forces side. Blue systems seem to be exactly what we're looking for, and at least now we're seeing some progress here. On the Edencom side, Capsuleers have managed to capture one more system by establishing the Edencom Fortress. So far, I haven't seen any PvP skirmishes that are happening between Edencom and pro-Triglavian forces, but you know what, time will tell. I think there might be some PvP in the future. So please stay tuned. I hope I'll be around to witness what happens when we go to the second liminality, and finally what happens when we achieve the final liminality. I'm not sure whether the security status of the system will drop even further once we go to the second phase, but I do want to see what happens to the sun once we achieve the final liminality. That's going to be exciting to watch. Whatever side you're fighting for, good luck to you Capsuleers and Kybernauts. Let's reshape New Eden together. Of course, the best way to do it is to join the pro-Triglavian forces. Let's mess things up. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next update.